learn, but this was awesome to see the quality of production that actually can be had without having a TV studio or something like that, right? Like for me, I'm like, how can I get something that's high quality from this spot that I'm sitting right here, which is my office, and make it look good, sound good, and the quality be like studio quality. So I am thoroughly impressed, hands down.
I got to tell you, there are a lot of people who talk about how JP puts things together and they look so slick and polished. What I'm also really impressed by, even beyond the things that you may see is on the outside, is the stuff that is happening behind the scenes, because the systems and the processes, all the stuff, the machinery that JP's got in place, man knows his stuff. So super impressive, and it's really a privilege to be here and be part of it.
What you have is a glimpse into the future of content. If you're watching this like on your TV right now, think about what you just saw. If you're watching this on your phone, think about all the elements. What's so different between what he has here right now with Content Creation University and on the show than what you watch on Apple, what you watch on Netflix? Nothing, right? I am amazed, number one, at your excellence. Like the ability to be able to take a simple sponsor like VPN and turn it into a real commercial. I'm sorry, that's something big. The ability to be able to build what you built, and you're just getting started. This isn't like, like
right.
Something. It's like this is just getting started. So it's just like, between you, your team, and just the ability to be able to take these things and then be able to infuse a conversation, with high-level entrepreneurs, with different people who have ideas, thought leaders, I think, and give people something of value that they walk away with. It's hard to pull off, y'all. He makes this stuff look easy. It's not easy. But the greatest part is that's why this platform exists. So if you're not subscribed, if you're not tuned in, you're not collapsing time. One of the greatest things you could ever do is listen to people who are already doing it and done it, so that way you can collapse time and you don't have to make the same mistakes they did.
One of the reasons why you are not successful in business is because of this: the game. See, you can be the most talented YouTuber, photographer, videographer, graphic designer, coach, author. You name it. You can be the most talented basketball player in your neighborhood. But in order for you to join the big boys, the NBA, you need to understand how the game is played. See, in order for you to understand or learn the rules of the game, you need somebody that has played there before. Somebody that have learned and mastered the rules of the game to teach that. And once you learn that, here's what happens. After you draft it, you will get a coach that's gonna keep your amazing talent in check. See, you cannot just get on the field and do whatever you want to do. Here's the sad reality. Talent alone is not enough for you to be successful in business. Having all the amazing equipment that you need to get the job done is still not enough for you to be successful. Now, when I say successful, I mean being able to consistently land premium clients. That's why I decided to create Content Creators University. Who am I? My name is JP Hightech. I am a global branding expert. I am also the founder and CEO of a media agency called Perfect Zone Productions. As a matter of fact, you are in one of my studios right now.
Hey, it's Tanya Smith here of Get Noticed with Video and Stream Like a Boss TV.
Hey everybody, my name is Michelle Singh. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I have an educational consulting firm.
Hey guys, James Hicks here from Hicks New Media.
JP has an incredible presence. When I go and I look people up and try to find out more about them, everything was stellar.
What's happening, everyone? And welcome to another episode of the Content Creators University. I'm so excited that you guys decided to join us again for another episode. Listen, welcome. If you're new, my name is JP High Tech. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a global branding and media expert. I am the founder and CEO of a media agency here in the state of Tennessee called Perfect Zone Productions. And what we do is help individuals, small businesses, or corporations build a premium brand, leveraging visibility, content creation, and technology, which is what this is all about, right? This podcast is called Content Creators University. What we do is every single week we meet here, we bring you one of the best minds, right? In technology, right? In business, people that are doing things that we're trying to do, right? We bring them here. We call them professors. And what are they doing? Well, guess what? They're coming here to teach you and I secrets, right? That they get paid the big bucks, and we want to learn, dig into their brain and see how they're doing those amazing things. And another amazing professor backstage today. A little more in a little bit about our guest. But if you're new, one thing that we do, we talk about the news, right? What's new in the Content Creators University. And right after that, we talk about the guest. We read the bio and things like that. And then we bring the guest onto this stage here and we kick that off. So in about a few minutes, the guest will be here. Our guest is backstage already. So I'm excited. So excited about today, family. It's about to be good. So I want you to get ready, grab your popcorn and all that, because it's getting down. Let's roll. Right after this, let's talk about the news. Let's go.
Hey man, this is DJ Strick, and you're watching Content Creators University with JP High Tech. Man, don't miss a thing. Stay right here.
All right, family, welcome to the news of the Content Creators University. The first thing I want to let you know, if you did not know and you're new right here, well, we do have our application. Yes, you heard that correct. It's free, right? It's called JP High Tech TV. If you have an iPhone, well, you have something you can download today. Go to your app store right now and download JP High Tech TV. All right. If you listen to the podcast, JPHIGHTK TV, download that right now. Let's stay connected. Join the community. Discover some things that you will not find anywhere else, but on our application is 100% free. Again, the concept here is just to empower you guys so you can really scale up your businesses and the things you're trying to achieve. All right. If you have a television at home, if you have a smart TV, if you have a Roku smart TV, well, we are on Roku TV as well. Go ahead and download our TV application. It's also called JP High Tech TV. Go ahead and get it today. Let us know. Leave us a review. Let us know what you think about it. All right. You will not regret that. Of course, for the folks that do not know, we do have our best seller, which is called The Live Stream Blueprint. That's my book. Go ahead and get it today. All you have to do is go to the website, thelivestreamblueprint.com. I repeat, thelivestreamblueprint.com. Get your copy or go on Amazon or your local bookstore, whatever you want. Ask them for a copy of the Live Stream Blueprint. Get your copy. We're available. Hard copy. We have the digital copy as well. Even the audiobook is available. Go ahead and get it right now. Honored that you guys are supporting this. So excited about it. And this literally gives you everything you need to know in order to start and scale your business, specifically leveraging live video. This really scaled my business. It became phenomenal, right? I did amazing things with it and it's still working for me. And I want to share with you how I've done it, the strategies, the blueprint, the things to think about. Everything's in that book. Go ahead and get it today. Easy read. And of course, for the folks that are like, yo, JP, don't you have a community? Yes, we do. We have our own community. It's called the Content Creators University. All you have to do is go to the website, contentcreatorsuniversity.com. contentcreatorsuniversity.com. Go there right now. All right. After the show, of course. Right after the show, go there, create a free account, join amazing like-minded business professionals, leaders, creators, people that are way ahead of the game, or people that are starting, or people that are intermediate. All of us, we come together and we're in a private room and we support each other. We build each other up. We share strategies. And, you know, whenever we have contracts or leads and different things like that, guess where the ask first? In those private groups. Go ahead, create your free account right now and let's grow together. And finally, if you didn't know, family, we do have our YouTube channel. I want to go ahead and encourage you to go on YouTube. If you listen to the podcast, stop where you are, go on YouTube and subscribe. Why? Because this is where the party is. On YouTube, right? As a matter of fact, let us know in the comment section where you're joining us from today. We would love to know. But the YouTube channel is, the handle is at JP High Tech, right? YouTube.com/@JP High Tech is where you want to be. And when you go there, make sure to turn that bell icon, right? Don't just subscribe, like, turn on the bell notification so every single time we do a live stream just like this, you are notified, right? So you don't miss anything. Now, this is enough about the news. We're about to talk about our guest. And now here's a question. Who is our guest today? Family? You're in for a treat. You are in for a treat, right? I discovered her amazing work through LinkedIn. And allow me to read her bio right here, and then we'll bring her to the stage. It says, as a college dropout in, check this, aerospace engineering. Let me pause right there. That gives me, already I have a headache saying that, right? Aerospace engineering. Woohoo! Well, she said, where did she go next, right? Well, Tiffany found one of those late night TV infomercials and learned how to flip houses. Yeah, you heard that right? Get ready. And now it's grown to more than rentals and investments, but giving back. And that's what we're about to talk about today, right? Tiffany Alexander embarked on her real estate investment journey in 2006 and has since employed a wide range of strategies, including, check this, short sales, tax liens, and flipping multifamily properties, right? However, over the past 7 years, her focus has shifted primarily to promissory note investing. If you never heard about that before, we're about to learn more about what this even means, right? And why should you even care? She specializes in buying notes as investments, employs specialized investment strategies to maximize gain for herself and her client. She has assisted over 1,000 people in her real estate field to identify and achieve their investment objectives through real estate and note investing. Now, check this. She is a devoted wife. That's amazing. She is a mother who never stops working. I'm a father. I know. My wife never stops working. She has been married to John since 2013 and is blessed with 2 lovely daughters who keep her household buzzing. If you're a parent, you know I'm so excited about that because they will keep you going, right? Tiffany and John aspire to raise their daughters to be impactful adults who contribute positively to society. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring our guest onto the stage right after this. Let's go.
We don't believe in ourselves enough to create the systems for success. Oh my God.
You get paid what you negotiate. 5 years, 153 million. You don't get paid what you are worth. You get paid what you negotiate.
A lot of creators are trapped in this mindset of having quantity. Oh, if I can post the video every single day on YouTube, I will become a major success.
Anything less than luxury is too low. Now, I'm not talking about money, cars, and clothes. Remember, I'm talking about the mindset, okay?
We have to tell the stories of who the customer is, how our product will help them, who we are, why we understand the customer and our product, what we believe, what our business stands for.
Our personal relevance and passion are key drivers of engagement. With over 60% of consumers who watched something on YouTube in the past 24 hours saying that it was related to something they're passionate about.
All right. Tiffany, welcome to the Content Creators University. How are you doing today?
I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you so much. The honor is ours. We're honored to have you here. You're a busy woman, but you're taking the time out of your evening, because I know, right, if you live on this side of the United States, you know it's evening time right now, but you still agreed to come out. And so you are our professor. So Professor Alexander in the house tonight. And so we have a lot to learn from you. And of course, before we get started, please take a minute. Tell us what's not in the bio, right? What's getting you going lately? I saw you posted a reel not long ago, and you're like, what do I do? Let me tell you what I do. I really love that. Go ahead, take it away. Let us know what gets you out of the bed lately, and what are the amazing things you're doing.
Oh man, I just can't get enough of pouring into people. That just is what it is. Like I know one out of every 100 is going to be my like ultimate exact niche client that's going to say yes to what it is that we do. And so what
Hmm.
do you do with the other 99? I try as hard as I possibly can to pour into them. And the only way I know how is by networking, getting to know amazing people like you and saying, "Hey, who do you need next in your business? How can I help you? And what is it that I could even provide for you as a referral, your next person or
Hmm.
whatever, apart from all the ideas I'm doing in my business." So I just know that there's if you're just driving straight into what it is that you do and you're not helping others along the way, I don't know, you're like missing out. I can't leave those people behind either.
Yes, I love it. And which is why you're here tonight. And I can't wait to dig into that amazing brain of yours, right? So let us know, family, if you have any questions for her, whether it's doing the live or the replay, go ahead and share it, post it. And we're more than happy to, look into it and get you a response. And she'll be excited to respond as well. Now, of course, I was reading your bio, right, Tiffany, and it said aerospace engineering. You decided to ditch that and do something else. So I want us to take a step back, take us a little back to, when you decided to do something new, right? What exactly was the motivator? What, pushed you to do that? And why real estate? Why not something else?
Oh, I love this. I almost look at myself like, how much time do we have to talk and crack into it? No, no joke. This is like my inspiration. I wanted to be an astronaut my whole life. Like this is the college poster and the staple hole punches on my wall from being in college. And it was
Wow.
about a year and a half into it. You're pressing through physics and calculus and aerospace engineering 101. And I'm like, I don't like physics. And hey,
Mm.
am I really cut to be the astronaut I wanted to be my entire life? And I thought physics is going to be the one that does me in. And it did. I was like, I cannot swing this. All of these amazing nerdy people that I go to school with, I could see them be the ones that are working for NASA and maybe just not me, right? I'm too social. I'm too butterfly. I'm too like, let's go, right? I landed myself
Wow.
working at the airport, saw my first seminar late one night, and that was when I realized, wait a minute, I could do this. They
Hmm.
preach to the people in the TV to say, why not you? Why can't you just go flip a house kind of a thing?
Hmm.
My story is actually a little bit backwards because I couldn't afford the seminar and they saw me working at my job in the airport a few weeks later and they offered me a job. And that was the turning
Wow.
point to say like, "Whoa, wait a minute. I'm not just a college dropout having a job. I actually got to get hired from these people." And a part of my training to be at the company was to go take every single training that they provided. And so I got to learn from some of the best.
Mm.
Robert Allen, Carlton Sheets, JG Banks, some stock trading, foreign currency trading, and they
Hmm.
helped me keep my blinders on. Like, Tiff, you got to press forward. You got to flip houses, take the training, go crush it. Here's what you're going to do. That isn't really what happened, though. Tiff was nervous. Tiff got scared. And it really took the people that you have to hire. You have to hire a mentor. You have to hire a
Hmm.
coach because let's look at it. On the 1st of January every year, when the people that go and punch their way and they get into the gym, and you go
Hmm.
check up on them 60 days later, who are the ones that are still there? The ones that just decided to show up or the ones that hired a coach? And that's the determining factor of why I decided to keep pressing forward was the people that I decided to surround myself with, hire mentors, and they said, "Tiff, look, not only just I want you to buy single family houses, I want you to buy fourplexes, triplexes, duplexes, and that way you're
Mm.
getting more bang for your buck in every
Right.
single transaction that you do." And that's really where it all started for me.
Wow. Wow. So you pretty much touched a lot of different things. So okay. I'm getting ahead of myself right now. All right. So I know, right, when people hear these things and today you're so successful, you're doing amazing things and you're here to help, share some more light on those amazing things you're doing. Things haven't always, at least I'm thinking, being this easy or if it's even is easy, right? What are some of the challenges you had to face when you started flipping homes, and how did you truly overcome them?
Everyone's journey is going to be so different. My particular challenges were I'm a I'm a lady, right? I am in
Mm.
a man's world. And the things that happen when you're going out to press forward and press hard into this, you're going to get a lot of no's, or you're going to get a lot of, I don't even believe what it is that you're doing or saying, or do you even
Mm-hmm.
believe in
Mm-hmm.
yourself kind of a thing. Um, and some people don't make it past the first 10 no's, the second 50 set of no's. And then being able to press forward from there, who are you taking your advice from? Who you borrowing your
Mm.
money from to do this as a broke college kid? When the deal is right, the money actually will present itself. So there's so many different ways that you could do amazing and launch yourself into this super fast. And then there's ways that you could just take some trainings, pay a bunch of money, and let the books proverbially sit on the shelf and collect dust and never do anything at all. And being able to keep pressing through on all of the no's is what was the determining factor of the people that didn't make it and the people that are making it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you're 100% right? Different people with different challenges, different strengths, different weaknesses. But out of all of that, right, Tiff, you decided to zone onto something specific called promissory note investing. First, what exactly does that mean for the folks, for whoever never heard about that before? And how did this truly change your life, right? Share your story with us.
I love this part so much. It's like coming up on 8 years ago now. I happened to
Wow.
be hired as a consultant in the back of the room as a real estate expert. And from there, you're leaning into the back to the other consultant saying, "Hey, what are you here for? I'm the real
Mm-hmm.
estate expert in the room." The speaker's saying this. And this person next to me said, "I buy paper." "Excuse me, what do you do?" And he said, "I buy discounted mortgages. I don't have
Mm.
tenants, and I don't deal with contractors to flip houses." Excuse tell me again? I thought I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. So,
Mm-hmm.
why is my world changing upside down? He explained to me over several dinners with our team that he just negotiates from large hedge funds how to buy these mortgages that have been in existence and it's for sale. Like back in the day, or anybody right now that's had a mortgage, maybe you had it originated with a large bank, let's call it Chase, and you get a letter in the mail that says, "Don't make your payment to Chase anymore. Go make it to Wells Fargo."
Right,
They
right.
sold your note. They sold your mortgage, and your mortgage is for sale. They just bulk them up into packages, and they trade them between trillionaires, and what happens is sometimes they trade them between billionaires, and then sometimes they file down, and they get traded by millionaire hedge funds, and if you know the right people, you're in the right time, the right place, and you have the ability to tap into doing a deal like this, it couldn't get any better. But it doesn't matter if it goes left or if it goes right or whoever gets elected next or what the housing market is going to be
Right, right.
because these mortgages have already been in existence and we're just buying them. Hear me out. We're buying them not for face value. We're buying them at a discount. And that's how we make our money is because
No
we're buying.
way.
I know, right? Imagine you could just contact your bank and be like, "Hey, can I just buy my own mortgage back at a discount, by the
What?
way, and just pay that sucker off early?" It doesn't work like that. That would be incredible if we could do that. So you got to get deep into this space. That is what I liken to being in the good old boys club. There are no websites.
Mm,
There's just
mm,
like an elbow, elbow, a wink, wink, in a back alley. I'm getting an email with a Excel document on a
mhm.
spreadsheet, and it says, "You can buy these assets. Which ones do you want?"
Wow.
It's
Hold on.
it's mind-blowing. Yes.
Hold on.
I
What?
it doesn't make sense because it's not even something you could really Google properly. How are you gonna Google, "What is Tiffany talking about? How do I buy a note?" Well, that's so vague and yet so specific to us that you're not even gonna be able
Mm,
to find that Google chain word of the way that you just typed it in to find it. So you have to find specialists in the system, and it's really through networking and figure out which ones are worth their salt. Who's really getting access to amazing deals, and how much are they marking that deal up to even give you the deal at the end? How much has it been wholesaled, wholesaled, wholesaled to get to you? Because you wanna have some meat left on the bone for you, and that's what
right.
I want. That's what I'm working on and pressing into is buying larger portfolios so that way I could then turn around, just mark them up a tiny bit to pay for
Hmm.
everything, and then let people have the amazing returns that I've seen over the years.
Wow. I mean, Someone might tell you, well, Tiff, it sounds too good to be true, right? I mean, come on. What you mean? I can't find it. It's hard to discover, but yeah, you're doing it. But here's the thing. You didn't just start. You've been doing this, you just said about 8 years, right?
Just in the note space, 8 years, yes.
Wow. And not only that, you've helped a little over 1,000 or even way more than that individuals build wealth, tapping into this space and leveraging this. Question for you. What are some of the mistakes that you've seen, right? Some of these new investors do, and how can people that want to tap into it avoid those mistakes?
We could go so many different angles, but a big mistake is not hiring the right person and you trying to take on the job yourself. Meaning, like, if I'm going to go flip houses, don't go wire the ceiling fan and lay tile and drywall the way that you shouldn't have done it. Go hire the guy to get it done swiftly, perfectly, and then you pay them their worth. So in my space, you're going to hire some guy that's an expert in this many counties. And from there, you're going to let them for $100 or several $100 vet the deal for you and make sure that the documents are lined up right, that it was recorded with the county properly. And someone went ahead and did a $20 drive-by to take a picture to make sure the property was still standing. There's little ways that you can cut corners to not verify everything it is that you're getting into. And that's where you can really mess up. But at the same time, you always don't know what you don't know.
True. Very, very true. Now let's break it down, because that's why we have you here today, right? It's still like, someone might say it's still fuggy, right? I still don't get it. So let's say I want to get into it. I never heard about this before. What are the few first steps you will tell someone that wants to get into this world? What are they supposed to look for? What are the requirements, right? And how can they get into it?
That's a great question. You're going to decide a couple of things. Number one is, how much do you want to spend getting into this investment? And if the answer is 0, then I need more of your time, because we're going to have to figure out a way to do this without your own money at all. Can it be done? Absolutely. Is it easier if you have your own money? Even if it's a self-directed retirement account, a savings account, your business account, even better. The other thing you're going to determine is, what's your level of risk? Like, Tiff, I need to put this money into action and it has to provide me cash flow every single month. Well, that's a specific deal. Now, maybe it's sitting in a self-directed Roth retirement account that you can't touch for 10 years anyway. Well, let's do something a little bit higher of a risk. What that just means is there's potential profit for a higher amount for you to be able to buy in the space of something that's called a performing note. They're doing well, it's good paper, or a non-performing note. I know I'm going to crack into a can of worms, but you get to decide to buy bad paper or good paper. And if we buy bad paper, it's even more lucrative. It's a little bit more risk, but in all reality, it's just a couple of extra signatures, couple extra emails, and maybe an extra phone call for potentially double, triple the profit or more.
Okay. And let's dive into that, right? So based on what you said, there's no cap on the type of capital or the amount of capital you can ingest into this. Now, are there any disqualifying factors? If so, what could they be?
That's a great question. A disqualifying factor is, you're just too lazy.
No, you didn't say that. No.
Well, I mean, you have to be able to hire out or able to do it yourself. But if you're going to be doing it yourself, here's the deal. If I say, hey, go here, you're going to look at this document, you're going to look at this long 50-sheet piece of paper that was filed at the courthouse 10 years ago. Do you even know what that means? Do you? Like, are you reading in a contract, an agreement that you're aware of? And from that, you have to decide, let me just pay somebody a couple $100 to verify that for me. And if you're not willing to spend a few extra dollars to make sure that your investment's in a good spot, I can't help you. You're going to try to hang your own drywall. You're going to try to paint your own ceiling, right? Like, You can't be your own handyman in this space until you become an expert.
Okay, that makes sense. And so, okay, I see what you mean. Now, of course, the Google will tell you so much, so many different, pull you so many different ways. You'll be like, okay, I'm pulling my hair, but someone will say, Tiff, why should I even care about this? Like, I understand. Is this something that will guarantee my retirement, or is this something that's really will allow me to 10x my investments versus the traditional 401k ways or Social Security? Why should somebody truly care about this?
In a world of economic uncertainty, I get nervous to put my retirement into the stock market because it could wake up at zero. And when I know people need houses, their property can go to zero if it caught on fire and burnt to the ground. That's why we have
True.
insurance.
Right.
So there are some positives and negatives that we get into, but the risk factor is so much more accessible. Like, okay, if I have a tenant, 1,000 pages in a book could be filled up as to what's going to go wrong. And if I have a note, well, they could be paying and they could stop paying. Something could go wrong with the house. I might have to file foreclosure. The paperwork might be wrong. Maybe like 6 or 7 more things, but I can actually go down the list and say, all right, check or check. I can handle every single one of those things. And I joke around. I say, I don't get out of bed for less than 12% sometimes. But in all reality, you could take even a lower yield deal and turn it over and over again. Some of the arguments I've had where people are like, well, I have better return with a rental property. Do you? Oh, yeah, because I have appreciation or depreciation and I have the ability to leverage it. Like, well, okay, so I hear you. I can't depreciate my debt that I'm buying, but I can leverage it. So if I was to be able to take an asset that I went ahead and purchased, what if I could borrow 100% back out of it again and then go do another deal and use that money infinitely over and over again? So it's kind of like your return. You guys know the show Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Right.
The rules are made up here. There's really only a couple rules that we need to be really honing in on. But how much do you want to make? How much time can you put into it? Who is the person you're going to get the right information from? And is the person you're going to be buying these deals from, they have your best interest in mind. They're going to get you the cream of the crop, the best deals there are, which is why I'm working on building a new secret ninja tool that's not ready yet for me to be able to allow people to have these deals that I have from me.
Now she's teasing y'all, folks. Now she's like, you know what? There's a little something coming up, right? Stay connected with me. I mean, that's the way to do it. This is so amazing because we're talking generational wealth. We're talking financial stability. We're talking understanding how the 1%ers live and how to diversify the portfolio, because anything can happen at any time. And you do not want to, like they say, have everything in one basket. And especially my community as creators, small business owners, professionals in the field, we are all talking about how, because that's the title of the show, to make your money work for you, right? And that's literally what you do. You make your money work for you. And I got that inspiration out of your reel that you posted. And I'm like, that is so cool, right? Where your money is simply working. And your money can work more for you than you can work for it. And that's what we want. Now, of course, in every industry, there are trends. So in your professional expertise, what are the trends you will say those are good to keep your eye on? And what are the ones you will be like, be careful in this industry, be careful with this, because I've been burned or I've heard some horror stories. Share a little bit with us just to help us out.
All right. Number one, I don't have a crystal ball. But if I'm looking through the blinds and I'm trying to see what's happening right now, I am seeing the properties that are coming into a world of hurt due to the type of mortgages that they acquired and that they're coming to the end of the date. There's like an expiration date in commercial mortgages where you have to refinance every so many years. And we're on the cusp of a lot of these massive commercial deals. Let's call it hotels, downtown, entire buildings, apartment complexes. these properties are coming into trouble because they've got a 2, 3, 4% rate, and now they're going to be refinancing at 6, 7, 8% rate, and their numbers don't work at that price anymore. So I hesitate to get into large commercial deals that aren't overwhelmingly amazing at what it is that you're going to get into with it, meaning your
Mm.
risk is low, your entry point is low, there's
Mhm.
like massive upside. Because if you had to say apples to apples, well, I'm going to get involved in this instead of this. Like if you only had this much money to spend in something, let's make sure what your risk tolerance is. Tiff, I'm risky as heck. I want to go get into XYZ. Great. Have fun in crypto, right? Or I want super
Right.
conservative. You're not going to get me off of my CD. Great. Have fun at 2, 3% right now. I don't know.
Mhm.
The most that
Mhm.
you can get, I think I
Very
saw was
low.
4.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
But if you want to get into something that's still considered to be pretty low risk, we don't use the word safe around here. It is what it is. Uh, and you want to get into something that everybody needs a house, and worst case scenario, they stop paying. Well,
Mhm.
you own the first lien position on that property. You just take the house back. So you make sure that you bought it at a great price if you had to take it back. I don't want to take it back. I'm in the business of moving paper. I don't want to be a landlord ever again. I'm going to
Right.
actually be a kind-hearted lender and say, "Hey, listen, is something happen?" You know, the death, disease, divorce, disaster, the Ds, they call them in the
Mhm.
real estate land. "Can I help you get back on track? Can I maybe lower your interest rate? Can I lower the amount of money that you pay every single month? Can I waive the debt, or can I put the debt on the back half of your loan and you just start paying again?" I wanna have them have good paper with me because I don't want their property. I don't wanna go fix it up and turn around and sell it again. I just want them to pay, and I'll help them do whatever they have to do. I wanna
Right.
save their
Right.
credit. I don't want them to go to
Mhm.
foreclosure. So I have a heart in this too, and that's how I run and operate our business is multiple different angles of how we can help out our investors, how we can help our bottom line, but how are we helping the end owner in all of this?
That is major. Very, very big because I mean, economy, it's not like how it used to be, right? And life is getting harder and harder every day, and we're sadly seeing a lot of people, losing their homes, and you do not want that. I love that aspect of it where you have skin in the game where you're more into helping folks keep their properties versus want to take the properties from them, right? And just make a buck. You're not operating like a traditional bank that's just looking for a profit somewhere. Let me just flip it, foreclose this thing, and keep it moving. But no, we want you to, you want people to keep their properties, and have that in their family. That's amazing. Of course, someone will like, okay, I'm really interested, right? I'm really interested. Let's say I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to jump into this tomorrow. Tiff, what am I supposed to do? Where am I going? Do I
Oh,
need a real estate license? Or what exactly do I need? What's the barrier of entry?
time, money. If you don't have time, I don't know, I probably can't help you because you gotta squeeze in some time to meet with someone like me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Money, do you wanna use your own money to get into deals like this? Also, can you take 3 minutes to go to my YouTube and then go to my YouTube and look up what is a note? Why should I do a note instead of flip a house? Why should I do a note instead of have a rental? Why should I do a note instead of there's 4-minute videos, there's 3-minute videos, there's 5-minute videos that can educate you to make sure that you're ready to launch into this space. And what you would want to do is reach out to someone like me and say, "Tiff, here is what I would like to do." And that way we can figure out, all right, what's next for you? Because at that point, it's just looking at an entire spreadsheet of what it is that you want to decide you want to move into as a deal. Now, if you're not ready to just own one asset or own 10 assets, you can actually invest with someone like just park your money into a pool of investments. And that way it's cross collateralized and you don't own just one asset that could go south that you pick out, made a bad choice.
Hmm.
You're protected by all the assets that we're working on at the same time.
Wow. That is amazing that you even have that option here. And before anyone jumps in, right? Do you have like a one-on-one consultation or anything like that where they can hop in a private meeting with you where they can ask any questions? Is it free? Is it paid? How do you go about doing that? And where should people go? Is it your website? Can you give us more information about that, please?
Oh, sure. The best thing for you to do is to check out the couple of videos on our YouTube. It'll redirect you back to our website. And our website, I've got a calendar. You can freely pick a time to hang out with me. It's going to be in a 30-minute chunk because let's have coffee before we go on a date, right? Let's make sure
Love
that you
that.
and I are going to be good together because I don't have the time and ability to help every single person in the world, but also
Right.
I kind of want to work with people that are amazing, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if you want to disqualify yourself, there you go. That's you. But you want to come to the website, you want to check out an appointment with me. We'll line up to make sure you're on the right path to be able to do this. The one thing that I'm actually pretty good at, don't hold this against me, but I would love to talk you out of owning rentals and of flipping houses. Just like
You've been warned, family.
I will. And you know what? I don't have to talk you into maybe selling them. I could talk you into converting them into an actual note. What about creative financing? So let's say you've got something and you want to say, "Oh my gosh, maybe I don't want this asset anymore. I don't want this
Mm-hmm.
tenant anymore." Convert them into a buyer. I'll show you how you can create a note from that and then create the income that's going to be coming off of that for the tax benefit for helping them become a homeowner, and you're no longer the landlord that has to deal with evictions or oopses or
Right, right.
all of the above, right? So from there, we can determine what is it that you can do because it may not be a good fit for me. And I'm okay with that. I know so
Mm-hmm.
many people have so many opportunities. I'm just going to say, hey, I'm not the right fit. Let's push you to someone else or just a different investment. Or maybe you're just so nail biter nervous, you're cool with a CD. Just go put your money in a CD. You'll conservatively lose your money safely because if inflation is, I don't know, a 6% and you're going to put it in at 4%, you're just losing 2% safely.
Yeah, I mean, or you having a high yield savings account, and you have what about 5% of the highest, and it's still gonna eat that up, in a few years, and that's just reality. Now, just to be clear, Tiff, I don't need a real estate license to do this, or do I?
You you don't need a real estate license to do what we do. You're a debt buyer. And if you want to broker debt, let's say you want to buy a bunch in the
Mm-hmm.
state of California, there's only so many they're going to let you flip. But if you even just buy it and hold on to it for a little bit of time, it wouldn't be considered flipping. So you have an unlimited amount of those that you could do. Every state's going
Okay.
to be different. And of course, I'm in California. It's the weirdest, strictest one, but that's okay.
Right, right.
I know all the rules, right? So from there are states that are easier to operate out of. But for the most part, no whatsoever do you need to have a license. You just have to have an open mind, a willing spirit, knowing that you're going to learn a ton of new facts, being able to delegate responsibly, answer emails appropriately, and occasionally send something overnight. It's really not the barrier to entry is actually far less than me trying to help you go buy your first fourplex like I did, or to go flip your first house like I did.
Wow. And just to make it clear, family, if you want to go there, the website is, Aspen sagefund.com. I repeat, aspensagefund.com. And same name on YouTube, Aspen Sage Investment Fund. All right. YouTube is Aspen Sage Investment Fund. For the folks that want to learn more about this, just go there. Very, very interesting things right there. But of course, Tiff, we can't let you go without you sharing with us what could be someone getting into this, what could be their long-term vision and the short-term vision, because we need the short-term to get us going, and then we need the long-term coming from someone that has a traditional way of building their, portfolio of wealth, real estate, stock market, 401k, Roth IRA. What will be those visions for them, and how should they approach it?
Oh, number one, you got to get with somebody that's probably made way more money than you and had a few deals along the way that didn't work out. Meaning somebody's got a perfect track record. I don't want to be involved in their next big mistake. I want somebody that
Right,
has a little
right.
gray hair in the industry that has suffered through some highs and lows, a couple of cycles, as you might say, in the real estate
Mm-hmm.
space, and being able to get multiple angles, even the Bible says, to get multiple viewpoints of counsel so that you
Mm-hmm.
can be able to decide, all right, is this the right space that I want to play in? Because right now you could be easily wooed by the next seminar that's coming your way, late night infomercial that says, you too can go flip a house. It's easy as peasy, you know? And even the really awesome shows are trying to tell you, you could go flip a house. If I could just encourage you to say, hey, listen, what do you want to get out of this? That's why I always say, let's assess your risk. Do you need cash flow right this second? Are you willing to be prepared for XYZ? Then let's do this style of investment, or let's do this style of investment. So that way we can predict, hey, let's just go buy a cute little performing note in the middle of the country and it's going to have consistent cash flow that it's going to provide to you right away. Or maybe do I have a little bit longer of approach? I've got a few years. I can go get into something that's a little bit higher of a risk, which just means it's a few more emails. And that way we get a little bit higher of a return, but you still have to have your expert kind of right there at your shoulder to decide, oh my gosh, I've never done this. What do I do next? And so from there, we get to decide, what is it? How can I help you make sure that happens? And the best part is, if I don't know, I know who knows. I'm just a phone call or a text away from all the right people that you need to know. And I'm not going to be that person to say, I'm the best at everything. No, we are a team of people. We network the crap out of ourselves to decide, let's get you to your best person.
I love that. I always say one thing, Tiff, like the best way and the smartest way to do business is by having a mentor, right? And really cutting through the noise and not making some mistakes, or you learn from their mistakes so you don't have to spend all the years and all the money and all the headache and all the stress and all that. It's just one of the best ways, easiest way to do that. Of course, let's talk about resources, right? We've gotten to the end of the show. Before we have you say the last anything that you want people to retain out of all this, what are some of the resources, books, mentors, or whatever you got that really made an impact on you that you could share for the skeptical out there, or anyone that really wants to get more information about this before they, make the final decision of jumping into it?
This is where it gets interesting, because I could tell you to go Google, what's a note? How do I invest in a note? And it's so vague, yet so specific in our language that it's not actually going to bring any kind of fruitful results to you. So I'm still going to have to tell you to come find me. This is literally a path through me. There are a couple Facebook groups out there that are worth their salt that are just called Note Investing. There are a couple really great websites out there. Here's the thing. They're going to try to get you for $1,000 and then $5,000 and then $50,000. And they're just not going to keep pausing to wait to ask you for more and more and more money when you have to decide, would I rather spend that money to educate myself because I'm a go-getter and I would definitely do whatever I have to do to get my return on that investment? Or do I just want to maybe YouTube University myself for a little bit, read a couple of note investing books that were probably written in the 80s, they're still valid, and then from there decide just to go buy a couple of notes with that investment versus hiring a mentor? So you get to decide, how extreme do I want to go? How much do I want to put myself between the expert that's going to show me, walk me through all of this stuff, get me great deals, great leads, because there really just isn't an Amazon.com out there that's available to let you buy assets from them quite yet.
Sadly, family, but also exciting, because listen, whenever you get into private rooms, right, with people like Tiff, that's where you get certain insider looks, right, into certain information, certain things that you're really not going to get that easily anywhere else. And that's the beauty of it, all right? And then you get to ask your custom questions and have your custom tailored solutions and direction that you need to take in order to make it happen. And that's amazing, right? So again, please let us know, where exactly can they go to book? Is it the website? And of course your social, right? What are the places and spaces you spend your time? Let the folks know so they can follow and connect with you.
Everybody really knows they should come find us on YouTube. But at this point, you guys should probably follow me on LinkedIn too. That's one of the places where this video is showing live right now, because I'm connected with incredible people that would probably help you amp up your business, launch you into your next thing. If you guys don't even have a podcast yet, guess who it is you need to go talk to? You're going to go find and search through my friends for JP. So come find us, LinkedIn, our YouTube account, our website. I even post on my Instagram. It's Investing with Tiff. And from there, you could really just touch base and see all the little nuggets and videos that I post along the way. And if you guys have questions, let me know. I'll keep making more videos for you. because where else are you going to find them without having to be charged a lot of money for it at this point?
Listen, it's free. This is free videos, right? Free nuggets. Steve, I want to thank you so much. This is amazing. You got us thinking. You got me thinking. You got me excited. And so don't go anywhere. Let me go ahead and close with everyone here, and I'll be right back with you again. Thank you so much for all the amazing knowledge and strategies you shared with us tonight. All right. All right, family. This is it. This is how we do. As you can see, this is the end of the show. Listen, building wealth is something that everyone wants. But at the same time, not everyone wants to really do the homework, do the work that's required to truly build their wealth, right? We got to think about our retirement, right? And the traditional way of retiring does not work. If you're a creator, if you're a speaker, author, influencer, if you're on the job market right now, and if you're part of my community, we know that we got to get a return on investment. And this is one of the ways where you can book and hire your money to work for you. Again, her name is Tiffany Alexander. AspenSageFund.com is where you want to go. All right. Go to her website, AspenSageFund.com, or connect with her, Tiffany Alexander. And I encourage you, family, go ahead and check out her company's YouTube channel, Aspen Sage Investment Fund, to learn more about this thing. And I always encourage people, do your homework. Then if you have questions, guess what? She gives you her free time for 30 minutes where you can connect with her and ask custom questions and get those answers. Family, listen, this is something that we do every single week. You heard me. So we'll be back here next week, same time, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, where we're going live again. And next week, we're doing something special. I'm taking you guys behind the scenes to see how we actually produce this type of shows. The cameras, the lenses, the lighting. I mean, everything you will check out next week right here. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. Again, JP High Tech on YouTube, and let's roll together. Be safe, like I always say. Shalom. See you next week, family.